Hi scholars, so for today's video we're going to go ahead and continue our kicking activity. Today we're going to be doing some soccer bowling. So the materials you're going to need is a soccer ball. If you do not have a soccer ball, you can go ahead and use a bouncy ball, a dodgeball, even a basketball. It might hurt when you kick, but just a ball. Again, if you do not have a ball, you can go ahead and make your plastic ball bag. I went ahead and showed you how to make it. It's just paper stuffed into a plastic bag and you tie it up. You are also going to need some water bottles. These were empty water bottles. I went ahead and filled them up with some water from the sink. I filled it up about halfway. If you're going to use a soccer ball, fill it up halfway because the soccer ball will be heavy, and just to make it a little bit harder to knock them down. If you are using a plastic ball bag or a lighter ball, you want to go ahead and put a little bit less, so you might want to fill it up maybe up here, especially if you're outside and it's a little windy like it is today. This will actually help out keep the bottle upright. So I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys how to play this game. So let's go ahead and get started. So here is our setup. I went ahead and placed the soccer ball right here, and I went ahead and put the water bottles 10 feet away. If you notice, I went ahead and put them into a straight line, side by side. So we're gonna go ahead and practice the proper steps to kicking a ball. And we're gonna try to knock down all 4 of those water bottles. So let's go ahead and try it out. Go ahead and give myself 3 tries to knock down all 4 water bottles. I wanna make sure that I'm following the proper steps as well when I'm kicking. So remember, step 1 is to stand behind the ball slightly to the side. Step 2, you want to step forward with your non-kicking leg, so your non-dominant leg. 3, make sure your eyes always stay on the ball. 4, that's when you're going to go ahead and swing your kicking leg back and forward. And then 5, when you go ahead and kick the ball, you want to make sure you are using, again, the top of your shoes. So let's go ahead and try it out. So on my first try, I knocked over 1 bottle. Moving on to my second try, let's go ahead and see how many more bottles I can knock over. Moving on to the final third try, since I didn't knock over any bottles in the second round, let's see how many I can knock over now. So I missed 1, so that means I was able to get 3 out of the 4 water bottles. So let's go ahead and try it out with the plastic bag. When practicing the activity, you can also go ahead and switch up how you set up your water bottles, so you can put them 4 next to each other. Maybe if you want to spread them out a little bit, kind of do it at a little bit of an angle. You can even add extra water bottles if you want to, so get creative with it. Now, if you're going to be using a plastic ball bag, it will be a little bit harder to kick it and get it a farther distance. So for the activity, you can go ahead and bring the plastic bag a little bit closer to the water bottles, so you can go ahead and really focus on aiming and hitting the water bottles. I also went ahead and took out some of the water from my water bottles. If you notice, this is all the water that you need in order to knock it over with your plastic bag. So on my first try, I was able to knock over 2 bottles. Moving on to the second round, I kick and I am able to knock over the last 2 bottles. So make sure you continue practicing your 5 steps to properly kicking a ball. You can go ahead and do this activity with a family member. If you have a brother, sister, cousin, you guys can make it into a game, get creative with it. Again, you don't have to use water bottles. You can even use soda cans. If you have boxes, you can use different things. Even if you have a box, you can flip that box over and you can focus on trying to get your ball into the box. So there's a ton of activities that you guys can do. So hopefully you guys can come up with some. You guys can share them with me and then we can try them out. Again, make sure you keep practicing those proper steps, and I will see you guys in the next video.